Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Dana Podell. I'm a physical therapist and a yoga therapist specializing in women's health. And this is a yoga practice for bone health during menopause. What happens during perimenopause and menopause is that for women, estrogen levels start to decrease, which can actually lead to a decrease in bone density. This often can lead to osteopenia or a more progressed form called osteoporosis, which happens when there is a really low level of bone tissue, which can actually make the bone very porous and very easily fracture. We want to prevent osteoporosis so that later in life you don't get a hip fracture, you don't fracture your leg, because if you do, that can sometimes lead to other functional issues like walking or getting up from a chair. The wonderful thing about bone health is that you can actually stimulate bone growth through strength training. And yoga is a wonderful way to strengthen the muscles and the bones through weight-bearing exercises. I also really recommend strength training with dumbbells or hand weights or resistance bands, but for today's practice, we're going to use the body to build bones and to build muscles. All you're going to need for practice today is one blanket, so go ahead and grab that, and then let's get started. We're going to get started on the hands and the knees, and I recommend taking your blanket and opening it up so that you can put it right underneath the knees. And spreading the fingers nice and wide, wrists underneath the shoulders, hips right over the knees. And let's just take a moment and pause and feel just in this shape, the strength and the stability in your body. We're going to be doing some work on the hands and knees in the beginning of this practice. So if you need to come down onto your forearms, that's always a great option. You can do that. But for right now, if it's okay, come back up onto the hands. Bones grow where force goes. That's a big, big theme for building bones and for overall long-term bone health during menopause. Bones grow where the force goes. So right now, the force is coming from your hands, pushing down into the floor, and then the floor pushing back up into your hands to actually stimulate some bone growth and muscle activation through the arms and also through the legs by pushing the knees down and the tops of the feet down. So just right away, feel this activation as you start to connect to your breath. You take a big breath in through your nose, you fill up. And then blow out through your lips to exhale out completely. Wonderful. Let's try that again. Breathing in through your nose and out through the lips. And let's start to put more force, more power into this movement. You're going to inhale, reach the right arm all the way up by your right ear. Exhale, lower the right arm down. Same thing with the left. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, lower the left arm down. You got it. Left leg. Inhale, kick the left leg back. Flex the left toes. Exhale, lower the left knee down. Inhale, it's the right leg back. Flex the right foot. Exhale, lower the knee down. We're going to move in a circle like this. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, lower the right arm down. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, lower the left arm down. Inhale, it's the left leg. Exhale, lower the left leg down. It's the right leg, inhale. And exhale, lower. Keep going. Engaging your muscles and pushing the hands down to stimulate bone growth. Inhale, it's the left leg now. Exhale, lower the left knee down. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, lower. Keep going. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, lower left arm. Exhale, lower left leg. Beautiful. Right leg. One more circle like this. Right arm. Inhale. Exhale, lower left arm. Exhale, lower left leg. Exhale, lower right leg. Beautiful. Exhale, lower. Nice job. Let's take a big inhale. Lift the chin, lift the eyes, open the chest. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the forehead down, coming into your child's pose. Just making sure your head is resting down onto something. Inhale, rise up onto the knees. Reach the arms all the way up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands together in front of the chest. One more time like that. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, coming back down to tabletop. Inhale, look up, lift the chin. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the forehead all the way down. Keep moving and breathing. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, palms together, thumbs to sternum, hands come down. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale from here, hinge at the hips, coming back to hands and knees, tabletop. And then from here, go ahead, take the blanket, put it to the side. And we're gonna lower onto the forearms, spread the fingers nice and wide. So we're setting up for a forearm plank, checking that your elbows are underneath the shoulders or a little bit in front of the shoulders. You just don't want them behind the shoulders. And then from here, extend your right leg back, tuck the right toes under. You might stay here if you feel some good core activation in your low belly and you feel your arms working. You're more than welcome to stay here. Or add the left leg, extend the left leg back. Nice, you might lower both knees down. Just keep the hips down so that you're not pushing back into a child's pose. 3 cycles of breath. We're gonna stay here, in through the nose. Blow out through your lips. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Nice job. Lower the knees down. Come back up onto the hands and let's tuck the toes. Send the hips all the way up and back. It's a downward facing dog. You can bend into one knee, then the other. Shake out through your head. Release tension in the jaw. And again, if your hands are bothering you, you can come into a child's pose like we did before, just to take the pressure out of your hands. Nice. From here, inhale, settle into your down dog. Really actively push the hands down into the floor to feel your shoulder blades spread down your back towards your hips. Even this action, downward facing dog, stimulates bone growth. Again, the force of the floor pushing up into your body and your hands and your feet pushing down can really help improve and stimulate bone growth. Nice. One more inhale. And then exhale, look to the middle of your mat and step your feet to the middle of your mat. Walk your hands back. You can grab onto opposite elbows if that feels good. And just take a release, swaying from side to side. Releasing tension in the jaw, releasing tension in your face. This is a moment to release and let go. Feel your body fill up with breath as you inhale. And feel your body soften as you exhale. One more breath in. And breath out. Release the arms. Drop the arms down. Look at your feet. Make sure that they're hips width distance. There's some space between your feet. Bend the knees. Maybe even lower the arms down and see if you can tap your fingers alongside the outer parts of your feet. And then lift the chest, hands together in front of the chest. Sit down, chair pose. Good. Pushing down through your feet and feeling your thigh muscles turn on. Another way to stimulate bone growth is by actually engaging your muscles. So what happens is your muscles start to contract, they start to pull on the bones, and just that little pull on the bone can help your bones to generate more bone tissue. So feel your muscles turn on. Nice. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, sweep the arms back. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Feeling the fire, the heat, the activation in your legs. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, stand up, straighten your legs, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, palms press, thumbs in front of the sternum. Inhale, sweeping up. And exhale, lower the hands down. 1 full breath in here. And long breath out, exhale. Okay, I'm going to turn to face you. You probably don't need to turn. I just want you to see this from the front. Separating your feet as wide as your hips so that your feet go in line with the outer edges of your hips. And we're going to be doing heel drops. So you're going to inhale, reach the arms up, lift onto the toes, and then exhale, drop the arms and drop the heels, and you're going to feel a little shake in your body. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift onto the toes, exhale, drop and shake. You're going to feel the force of the floor start to jump up through your legs. Feel that vibration. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop. So you really want to drop into gravity to feel that vibration of the force of the floor traveling up through your shin bones, your thigh bones, helping to stimulate bone growth. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Last one. Nice job. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, chair pose, sink the bottom back, push down into the heels, reach the arms forward. If this is painful in your shoulders at all, you can just reach the arms back or press the palms together in front of your chest. 3 cycles of breath. Holding here, feeling the muscles in your quadriceps, your thigh muscles, your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs turn on. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching the arms forward. Exhale, sink a little bit lower for 1 more inhale. And exhale, slowly stand and rise. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. And then exhale, as slowly as possible, you're going to lower the arms down by your sides. Take your time. There's no rush. Nice and slow, lowering the arms all the way down. Beautiful. Once the arms come down, inhale, roll the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, roll the shoulders down and back. 1 more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, rolling the shoulders back. Good. From here, come to the very top of your mat. We inhale 1 more time, arms reach up. Exhale, palms press, hinge at the hips. It's a forward bend. You can grab onto your ankles or your shins. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands to thighs or shins. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat, and step back into plank pose. If your hands and wrists are bothering you, come back onto the forearms. If not, stay with me here in plank, pushing the hands down. And what's really important is you start to push up through your upper back, separating the shoulder blades and dropping the hips down. Big inhale, feel your belly expand. Long exhale out and soften. Feeling every muscle in your body engage, pulling on these bones to stimulate and regenerate bone growth. 1 more inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, lower the knees down, separate the knees nice and wide. Big toes touch. Lower down into child's pose. You can rest the forehead onto the mat. You can also stack 1 hand on top of the other and rest your forehead on your hands. And just take a moment to pause and recollect your breath. So building strength in the body, building bone density doesn't need to take much. You already have a body, and you can do body weight exercises just like these to help regenerate your bones and to prevent bone density loss, like in osteoporosis. You have the tools inside of you. It's just a matter of accessing them. Feel your strength, your power for one more inhale. And exhale out completely. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Come up to hands and knees, tabletop, and then come to sit on your bottom. Swing your legs out in front and lie all the way onto your back. Bending both knees, feet onto the floor. You're gonna inhale, extend the right leg long, flex the right foot. Hands can come to your belly. Inhale, lift the right leg up as high as you can. Keep your foot flexed the entire time. Exhale, point the right toes, lower the right leg down. And try to keep your legs straight to really activate through your quadricep muscle, your thigh muscle, the entire time. Inhale, flex and lift. Exhale, point and lower. Beautiful. Inhale, flex and lift. Exhale, point and lower. Feeling these muscles pull on the bones in your legs. That pulling action helps to regenerate bone growth. You got it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Bend both knees. Place the right foot next to the left. And just pause. Notice the difference in your legs. And then we'll go ahead and try the other side. Extend the left leg long, flex the left foot. Inhale, whole left leg lifts up. Flexing the foot, exhale, point the toes and lower down. Really try to keep your knees straight as much as you can. Flex and lift, exhale, point and lower. Inhale, flex and lift. Exhale, point and lower. You got it. Inhale, flex and lift. Exhale, point and lower. Steady with your breath. One more time. Inhale, flex and lift. Exhale, point and lower, and then bend both knees, both feet to the mat. Pause, observe your legs. Notice any differences, similarities. Feel the heat building up inside of you. Feel all of the power that you have. It's in you. You're connecting to it right now. On your next inhale, extend the arms by your sides, palms pressed down, and bend your knees enough to bring your heels back so you can lightly tap the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Inhale, push the shoulders down, the hands down, the feet down. Exhale, lift the hips up, coming into bridge pose, and we're gonna pause here. Pausing on the inhale, staying on the exhale, and feeling your glutes turn on, your hamstrings turn on by really thinking about pushing down into the heels. That's a big one. Push into your heels rather than your toes, and you're gonna feel the backs of your legs fire up a little bit more. Good, inhale, stay for one more inhale. You got it. Stay for one more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time until finally your lower back meets the mat. And then open up your arms nice and wide. Separate your feet out as wide as the yoga mat. And windshield wiper your knees over to the right. Head goes to the left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And starting to slow down your body after all of that effort, after all of that work. Let this feel good. Let it feel nourishing, supportive. One more time, twisting to the side. And then when you're ready, slowly bring the knees back up and set yourself up for final Shavasana, final resting pose. You can open up your arms and your legs nice and wide. Take up space. And since you're practicing this at home, one of the best things you can do is pause this recording and then stay in Shavasana for up to 10 minutes. Feel free to do that. If you'd like to stay with me or need to move on with the rest of your day, we'll be here for about the next minute. Allowing your body to rest after all of that work and effort. A time to slow down. And begin to slowly come back to your breath. Feeling that wave of your inhale enter your body. And then a softening of your exhale as you release out. You'll begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes around. Roll your head from side to side. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up overhead. And then roll to either side and just rest on your side for at least one full breath in. And one full breath out. And then when you're ready, come all the way up to a seated position. Any seated position that's comfortable for you. And we'll finish with either the hands on the knees or the palms pressing together in front of the chest. Feeling the strength and the power that you have inside of you. You can build bone, you can build strength with what you have right now, your body and the floor. Coming back to this practice as much as you need to create healthy bones and to build strength. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.